Thank you for joining back after Kartik Yatra. Some of the devotees are still in Kartik Yatra, it seems, so they have to come back. So, in the previous classes, we have been discussing from third chapter, wherein, with the intention to attain immortality, Hiranyakashipu went to Vindhya mountains and began to perform severe austerities. As a result of that, the ants were eating his body, his flesh, blood, everything. He was withholding his life within the bones, and his whole body is covered by ant hill, and that body was producing intense heat. That heat was burning the entire universe, and then Devatas immediately went to Brahma and reported what was happening around. So they told that this person want to replace you, and he want to reorganize the laws in this material world. Those who do pious activity, they'll be sent to hell. Those who will do sinful activity, they'll be sent to heaven. So like that, like that. He want to change all the rules, and actually, he is actually eyeing on your position. He want to replace you. So kindly be careful while awarding the benedictions. So then, hearing their words, giving them assurance, Brahma immediately came to the in the mountains area where the tapasya is going on. He was trying to find out Hiranyakashipu. Initially, he could not find because Hiranyakashipu's whole body was covered by the ant hill. But finally found him, and then he began to speak to Hiranyakashipu. So Brahma was saying that, "O son of Kashyapa, please get up. All good fortune unto you. Your austerity will bear fruit now. I, who will give you benedictions, have arrived. Ask your desired boons." Basically, by the request of Devatas, Lord Brahma wanted to stop Hiranyakashipu as soon as possible. If Hiranyakashipu continues more austerity, his austerity itself is trouble to the entire universe. And then, if he performs more austerity, he deserves more bigger benedictions. So that's why Lord Brahma wanted to stop him immediately by telling him that, okay, okay, your time to get the blessings has arrived, please stop and ask for your benedictions. So, in that way, I have seen your most astonishing fortitude since your body has been eaten by the insects. Your life air has taken shelter of your bones. I could understand your determination. You are performing this tapasya so intensely, in spite of your entire flesh, blood, and body was eaten by ants. Still, you are performing tapasya. Your determination is unfathomable. And then he said that one more point. He says that even previous sages like Bhrigu have not performed such austerities, and no one will do so in the future. Who can sustain his life without even drinking water for 100 celestial years? Not one day, 2 days. Divya Samashatam. For 100 years, he was performing this tapasya. For this long, I have never seen anybody performing this kind of severe tapasya. See, kindly get up. Enough is enough. Don't no, you don't need to perform anymore. O son of Diti, because of your determination and steadiness in austerity, which is difficult for sages, I have been conquered by you, O best of the demons. For this reason, I will give you all benedictions. The audience of you, a mortal, with me, an immortal, will not go in vain. When a higher person comes in front of us, they will not go back without blessing sufficiently or without blessing profusely the surrendered soul. Like that, you mortal, indirectly Brahma is indicating that you might have a desire to become immortal, but you will not become immortal, you remain mortal only. But in any case, my audience will not go in vain. Ask for your desired benediction. I am ready to fulfill all your desires. So, like that, Lord Brahma is assuring Hiranyakashipu and inspiring him to stop the austerities and ask for benedictions so that he will not perform more austerities. That is the main intention. So, in that way. So, this is where we stopped last week, last class, and we'll continue from the next verse onwards. See here, Brahmaji is. So, having said all these things, Brahmaji will put some water from his kamandalu. As a result of that, Hiranyakashipu's body will be rejuvenated. So, with the rejuvenated body, He first of all offers prayers unto Lord Brahma, because Lord Brahma came all the way from Satyaloka. He has to acknowledge. So he offers his prayers. He has to flatter Brahma. Then eventually will put forth desired his desired benedictions. Then what Brahma blesses and all will come in the subsequent chapters. So today we'll continue from text number 22 onwards. So one of you can repeat after me. Sri Narada Uvacha
श्रीनारद उवाच
इति उक्त्वादिभवो देवो
इति उक्त्वादिभवो देवो
भक्षिताङ्गं पिपीलिकाय
भक्षिताङ्गं पिपीलिकै
कमण्डलू जले जलेनौषध
कमण्डलो जलेनोक्षद
दिव्ये नामोग राधसा.
दिव्ये नामोघराधसा. Shri Narad Muni continued. After speaking these words to Hiranyakashipu, Lord Brahma, the original being of this universe, who is extremely powerful, sprinkled transcendental, infallible, spiritual water from his Kamandalu upon Hiranyakashipu's body, which had been eaten away by ants and moths. Thus he enlivened Hiranyakashipu.
Narada Muni is saying that after speaking thus, Lord Brahma, the original entity of this universe, sprinkled divine potent water from his part upon Hiranyakashipu's body, which had been eaten away by ants. So Hiranyakashipu's body, to some extent, as we saw in the photo, is actually fully eaten away by the ants. But now, from the divine Kamandalu, he took the water and put it on Hiranyakashipu. So, in one sense, if you remember, Lord Trivikrama's pastime, when Lord Vamana became Trivikrama, he put forth his legs. With one feet, he occupied the Bhumandala, with second feet, he occupied the upper planetary systems. Then eventually, Ganga came like that. So, in one sense, Lord Brahma's Kamandalu is filled with the Charanamrita of Lord Vishnu. Of course, this pastime is happened much before Lord Vamana's appearance. But in any case, the Lord Brahma's Kamandalu itself is filled with a kind of Amruta that will rejuvenate any person. So Hiranyakashipu's body completely becomes rejuvenated. But when it becomes rejuvenated, it becomes strongest of the strong. That body is as powerful as thousands of elephants and shining like molten gold. So like that it becomes. Pipilikam. Pipilikai means the ants and glands. Adi Bhava is Brahma. Brahma sprinkled him with water, which would give fruitful results. Amoga Radhasa. Amoga Radhasa means that water will never fail to exhibit its potency. The water is highly powerful and it will immediately show its power. So that will be explained in the next verse. Satat Kichaka Valmikat
ततत् कीककवाल्मिका
Saha Ojo Balanvitaye
सह ओजो बलान्वितः
Sarvavaya Sampanno
सर्वावयान् सम्पन्नो
Vraja Samhanano Yuva
व्रजा संहननो युवा
Uttitastapta Hema Bho
उत्तितस्तप्तहेमाभो
Vibhavasur Ivaidasaha.
विभावसुरिवादिच. Translation. As soon as he was sprinkled with water from Lord Brahma's water pot, Hiranyakashipu arose, endowed with a endowed with a full body, with limbs so strong that they could hear the striking of a thunderbolt, with physical strength and a bodily luster resembling molten gold. He emerged from the anthill a completely young man, just as fire springs from fuel wood.
Hmm. Becoming endowed with strength of mind, strength of senses, strength of the body. his body, mind, and senses became completely powerful. Hiranyakashipu, formed as thunderbolt and shining like molten gold, then arose from the anthill and the bamboo groves, with his limbs fully restored, like fire arising from wood. Just like in a sacrificial fire, as soon as you put the burning karpura, the fire comes up suddenly. So like that, Hiranyakashipu shining like brightly shining like molten gold with completely youthful appearance, with a strength of complete strength of mind, body, and senses. He arose from the anthill and also bamboo groves. His limbs were as strong as thunderbolts. Vajra Samhanana. His body is as powerful as, even more powerful than Vajra. So like that. Because the Brahma's Kamandalu water are so potent, just by sprinkling that water, Hiranyakashipu assumed that powerful form. So it is like that. So now Hiranyakashipu will offer some prayers. Sa nirikshambare devam
सनिरीक्षम्बरे देवं
hamsavaham upasthitam
हंसवाहम् उपस्थितं
nanama shirasa bhumao
ननाम शिरसा भूमौ
tadharshana mahotsava.
तद्दर्शनमहोत्सवः. Seeing Lord Brahma present before him in the sky, carried by his swan airplane, Hiranyakashipu was extremely pleased. He immediately fell flat with his head on the ground and began to express his obligation to the Lord.
Hmm. He fell flat, offered full dandavat, and then he will get up and offer prayers. Uttaya pranjali prahva
उत्थाय प्रजनली परभवा
Uttaya pranjali parva
उत्थाय प्राञ्जलि
prahva
प्रभवा
ikshamano drusha vibhum
इक्षमानादृशा विभुम्
arshashrupulakodbhedo
हर्षार्षु पुलक उभेद
gira gadgadaya grunat.
गिरा गद्गद्य अग्रनाथ. Then getting up from the ground and seeing Lord Brahma before him, the head of the Daityas was overwhelmed by jubilation. With tears in his eyes, his whole body shivering, he began praying in a humble mode, with folded hands and a faltering voice to satisfy Lord Brahma.
Hmm. Then, rising and seeing Lord Brahma before him, with tears in his eyes and hair standing on end out of joy, with folded hands and a faltering voice, he uttered prayers to Lord Brahma. Obviously, he performed tapasya for this day, so the day has come. Why would he not become happy? He was double happy, and his whole body was filled with goosebumps, and then he began to offer prayers because he's going to ask some tough benediction. So before that, he want to flatter Brahma. In order to flatter Brahma, he would address Brahma as the supreme personality of Godhead on all his prayers. Just to shoot his desire, he is kind of flattering Brahma. You are the topmost person, so you can fulfill all my desires, something like that. So 24 till verse number 34, we have all these prayers, 26 to 34 verses. About 10 prayers are there. Last two verses he has benedictions, but all the other verses are all his prayers only. So if you see his prayers, they are all as good as that he is offering prayers to Lord Vishnu only. But because he is treating Brahma as Lord Vishnu and is offering prayers which are supposed to be offered to Lord Vishnu, but he is offering unto Lord Brahma. So let us see what he says. Sri Hiranyakashipur Uvacha
श्रीहिरण्यकशिपुर उवाच
कल्पान्ते 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 कालसृष्टेन योऽन्देन तमसावृतम्
कल्पान्ते कालसृष्टेन योऽन्धेन तमसावृतम्
अभिव्यन् अभिव्यनगजगदिदं सव्यं ज्योतिस्वरोचिषा
अभिव्यनक् जगद इदं सव्यं ज्योतिस्वरोचिषा
अभिव्यनगजगदिदे स्वयं ज्योतिस्वरोचिषा
अभिव्यनक् जगद इदं स्वयं ज्योतिस्वरोचिषा
आत्मना त्रिवृता चेदं सृजत्यवति लुम्पति
आत्मना त्रिवृता चेदं सृजत्यवति लम्पति
रजसत्त्वतमोदामे तमोदाम्ने पराया महते नमः
रजसत्त्वतमो धाम्ने पराय महते नमः. Let me offer my respectful obeisances unto the Supreme Lord within this universe. At the end of each day of his life, the universe is fully covered with dense darkness by the influence of time, and then again during the next day. That self effulgent Lord, by his own effulgence, manifests, maintains, and destroys the entire cosmic manifestation through the material energy which is invested with the three modes of material nature. He, Lord Brahma, is the shelter of those modes of nature, Sattva Guna, Rajoguna, and Tamoguna.
So Hiranyakashipu is saying that I offer respects to the great supreme self-effulgent Lord. See what kind of adjectives he is using. Great, Mahate, okay, supreme, Paraya, self-effulgent, hmm? Rajas Sattva Tamo Dhamne. He is self-effulgent Lord. And he is the shelter of Rajoguna, Sattvaguna and Tamoguna. Rajas Sattva Tamo Dhamne. So Sarochisha is self-effulgent. And then who manifests by his effulgence the universe covered with darkness at the end of his day through the influence of time. Abhivyanag Jagat Ide Swayam Jyoti Sarochisha Atmana Trivruta Chedam Srujati Avati Lumpati. He is saying that he, Lord Brahma, manifests by his own effulgence the universe covered with darkness at the end of his day through the influence of time, and who creates, maintains, and destroys the entire universe by accepting the three gunas. Atmana Trivrut. It is Brahma who accepts the three gunas. By those three gunas, he himself creates, he himself maintains, and he himself destroys. And also, Kalpante Kala Sastena Yo Andena Samaravatam. After the end of the day of Brahma, the entire universe enters into darkness. The next day morning, Lord Brahma manifests the entire universe. So indirectly, he is attributing the activities of Brahma, Shiva, Vishnu, everything to Brahma only. He says, everything is happening by you only. Creation, maintenance, destruction, three gunas, this, that. Because you want to flatter Brahma. So that's why the prayer which is supposed to be meant for Vishnu, Lord Vishnu, is offering to Brahma. He creates and destroys by himself by accepting the three gunas, three vruta. Creates, maintains, and destroys everything by himself because he is the Lord of the three gunas. So like that, Hiranyakashipu is trying to flatter Brahma by by addressing him with all the adjectives which are actually meant for Lord Vishnu. So everything we can see. So Srujati, Avati, Lampati, Rajasattva, Tamo, Dhama, Paraya, Mahate, Swarochisha, Swayam Jyoti. All these words generally we use for Lord Vishnu. But here Brahmaji is using, everything is used for Brahmaji by Hiranyakashipu. That's how. Because he is selfishly motivated. If you want, in order to fulfill his desires, he is trying to allure Brahma by all these self-made prayers. So, like that, we have to understand. Next, he further continues. Nama adaya bijaya
Namah Adaya Bijaya
jnana vijnana murtaye
Jnana Vijnana Murtaye
pranendriya mano buddhi
Pranendriya Mano Buddhi
vikarair vyaktimiyushe.
Vikare Vyaktam Yusiye. Translation: I offer my obeisances to the original personality within this universe, Lord Brahma, who is cognizant and who can apply his mind and realized intelligence in creating his cosmic manifestation. It is because of his activities that everything within the universe is visible. He is therefore the cause of all manifestations.
I offer my obeisances to the original person. He says, na adaya, nama adaya bijaya. He is telling Brahma as the original person. I offer my obeisance to the original person within this universe, the seed, the form of knowledge and realization. Jnana Vijnana Murtaye. Brahma is glorified as Vijaya is seed, Jnana Vijnana Murtaye, the form of knowledge and realization, who has taken a form by transformations of the life air. Pranendriya Manobuddhir Vikarair Vyakti Miyushe. So Brahma has taken a form by transformations of the life airs, that means pranas, senses, okay, indriya, and mind, man, and intelligence, buddhi. So like that. So indirectly he's telling that Brahmaji has a form of jnana vijnana murti, but eventually by the transformation, uh, he has taken a particular physical form by the transformation of the life air, senses, mind, and intelligence. So like that he says. So indirectly he is telling that originally the absolute truth is formless and eventually has taken form. So he is attributing the absolute truth to be Brahma. So that's how he is indicating here in this verse. Swami Shishe Jagatas Tastushascha
Tvam ishishe jagatasthu shascha
Pranena Mukkena Pati Prajanam
pranena mukhyena pati prajanam
Chityasya Chittermana Indriyanam
chittasya chittairmana indriyanam
Patirmahan Bhuta Gunashayesha.
patirmahan bhuta gunashayeshah. Your Lordship, being the origin of the life of this material world, is the master and controller of the living entities, both moving and stationary, and you inspire their consciousness. You maintain the mind and the acting and knowledge acquiring senses, and therefore you are the great controller of all the material elements and their qualities, and you are the controller of all desires.
So he further continues. You control the moving and non-moving beings by the chief prana. Here is telling that you are the chief prana. You are the breathing air, breathing life air. You are the lord of the progeny, lord of chitta of the progeny by being their consciousness. So indirectly telling that you are the chief prana. You are everyone's chitta, and you are the source of everyone's consciousness. And then you are the lord of the mind, you are the lord of the senses, you are lord of the grass elements, and you are the lord of the tanmatras and their impressions. It means that you are the lord of the 24 elements by which the entire material world is operating. Each and every living entity is operating. So we say na rishikesha rishikena sevanam. So now here is making Brahma to be the lord of the senses. Brahma is the Lord of all the elements. So whatever the position of Lord Vishnu, he is attributing that to Brahmaji. So you would be thinking that if I flatter Brahma, Brahma will fulfill my desires without any negativity. Because Brahma would get inspired, would get allured by my flattery words, and he will definitely fulfill my desires. Something like that. You are the controller to the chief prana, Sutratma. Sutratma or Mukhya Prana is a deity embodying all jivas in the subtle state of Mahatattva before Ahankara becomes manifest. Sutratma is nothing but the breathing air which sustains all of us. So here Hiranyakasipu tells that you are the deity of Sutratma. It is because of you all the living entities are getting nourished and sustained. So in that way, he is actually telling about Brahma. You are the master of the progeny and the master of their chitta by being their consciousness which arises from the transformation of chitta. He is telling that you are the creator of all the living entities and you are the giver of chitta to all the living entities. As a result of that, they all have consciousness. They all have awareness that they are so and they are so and so living entity in this material world, and they perform so and so activities in this material world. Like that. You are the master of the minds and the senses, controlled by the mind. You are the master of the great elements, and the great elements means Pancha Mahabhutas, and their five sense objects, with the five tanmatras, and their impressions, the experiences one has by coming in touch with the five tanmatras. So indirectly explain that you are the creator of 24 elements, you are the creator of all the living entities, and it is you who will give the forms, the physical forms to all the living entities. As a result of that, you make them conscious, you make them aware of what they are with respect to their bodily identification. So like that, some of the things are actually connected to Brahma, but some of the things are which are not connected to Brahma also is attributing to Brahma, as if the Brahma is the topmost living entity. Why it is so, we will get a clue later on in one of the verses, purports. We will come about that. We will come to know about that. But as of now, he is offering his prayers, because what was his idea? Why he was saying like this? It will be explained later on in one of the verses. Let us see then what was it. So any questions till now? All of you are able to follow?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. So we'll continue what further he has to say. Tam saptatantun vitanoshi tanva
Tvam saptatantun vitanoshi tanva
traya chaturhotraka vidyaya cha
traya chaturhotraka vidyaya cha
tvameka atma tvavatamanadir
tvameka atmatma vatam anadi
anantapara kavirantaratma
anantapara kavirantaratma. Translation: My dear Lord, by your form as the Vedas personified and through knowledge relating to the activities of all the Yagnik Brahmanas, you spread the Vedic ritualistic ceremonies of the 7 kinds of sacrifices headed by Agnistoma. Indeed, you inspire the Yagnik Brahmanas to perform the rituals mentioned in the 3 Vedas. Being the supreme soul, the super soul of all living entities, you are beginningless, endless, and omniscient beyond the limits of time and space. Hare Krishna.
So here he is saying that you propagate the 7 forms of sacrifice by knowledge known to the 4 priests and by the 3 Vedas. The 3 Vedas, other than Samaveda, Rigveda, Yajurveda, and Atharvaveda, talk about the different variety of sacrifices that need to be performed by the Karma Yoga practitioners. And each and every sacrifice will be performed by 4 category of priests: Hota, Udgata, Advaryu, and Brahma. So from that way, he's telling that It is you who propagate the 7 forms of sacrifices which are presented in the 4 Vedas, which are conducted by the 4 kinds of fish. So, in that way, you are the one Atma of all beings. That means you are the Paramatma of all the living entities. Atma Atmavatam. You are Eka Atma Atmavatam. You are that one Atma of all the Atmas. If you remember Bhagavad Gita, chapter 13, when Lord Krishna is explaining about Kshetra Kshetrajna, knowledge about the Kshetra and Kshetrajna. So, while telling about Kshetra, Idam Shariram Kaunteya Kshetram iti abhidiyate. So, in the very beginning, Lord Krishna says that this body is known as Kshetra. Etatto vetiyam vetitam prahu Kshetrajnam abhidiyate. Okay. Then he says that this body is known as Kshetra. The one who resides in this body and the one who knows about this body is known as Kshetrajna. This Lord Krishna tells in one verse. In the next verse, he says that Kshetrajnan cha api mam viddhi sarva kshetreshu bharata. Kindly know that I am also Kshetrajna. I am also knower of the Kshetra. But the difference is the individual Kshetrajna knows only about their individual body. But I know about each and every person because I am the Kshetrajna of all the forms. That's why he is called as Paramatma or Eka Atma Atmavatam. He is directly telling that, oh Brahmaji, you are the Paramatma. Then he says that Anadi, without beginning or end. Anadir Ananta Param. Ana Adi, Ana Anta. So you have no beginning and you have no end. You are omniscient, Kavi. You are completely knowledgeable. In the Bhagavad Gita, first canto, first verse, we hear about Lord Vishnu or Lord Krishna as Abhijna Swarat. He is all knowing and completely independent. Here he is telling the same thing. Kavir. You are the Kavi and the soul within all beings. Antaratma. You are Paramatma. Or it is you who manifest as Atma in every living entity. All Atmas, like Lord Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita chapter 15. Mamai Vamsho Jiva Loke Jiva Bhuta Sanatana. All living entities are my own Amshas. Here everyone is an Amsha of Brahma. So whatever we study in Bhagavad Gita, which Lord Krishna talks about himself or the Supreme Lord, here our Hiranyakashipu addressing all of them to Brahma. That is what happens when a person is selfishly motivated. Like that they do. You alone propagate the 7 parts of sacrifice such as Agnishtoma by the Vedas and by knowledge of the activities understood by the 4 priests, Hota, Udgata, Advaryu and Brahma. You are the Jiva of all beings. You are the Antaryami of all beings. Antaratma. It's like that. You are the giver of knowledge and you are the creator of all the living entities. You are the Paramatma of all the living entities. Like that, like that, like that.
Hare Krishna.
Mataji.
Prabhuji. Prabhuji, Vyasdev divided the Vedas into 4, na? So
Okay.
how Hiranyakashipu is mentioning about 3 Vedas? I mean, that time the Veda must be one only, na?
Actually, so the Veda, the subject matter is always one. Even today also it is always one. It is all Vedas put together is one kind of subject matter. But Vyasadeva, understanding the capacity of the Kali Yuga people, that one person cannot handle all the 4, the complete Vedic knowledge together. So he divided them into different sections. Like for example, there is a book. It has got 4 chapters. And in the past, the students are able to study all the 4 chapters at one go. But nowadays, the students are not able to study the 4 chapters at one go. So what they have done, they have divided into 4 books. And now it will become 4 different books, and the 4 books are taught in 4 different semesters or 4 different years. So something like that. Something like that.
But Prabhuji, that time the Kaliyug, it was not the Kaliyug, na? Or beginning of the Kaliyug.
Yes.
So that time he had divided, and why it is mentioned 3 Vedas, not 4?
Because fourth Veda is Samaveda. It generally has all the praises of the different devatas and Lord Vishnu, etc. etc. That will have those mantras which are only praises, which don't talk about do's and don'ts so much.
Okay.
In that way, for all other general karmakanda rituals and all, the 3 Vedas are considered as the source material.
Okay, Prabhuji. Thank you.
So what I mean to say that even in the past, these 4 Vedas categorization is there, Rig Veda, Sama, etc. But they were made into separate sections and they were given to one person separately, because one person cannot handle 4 Vedas in the current Kali Yuga. So at least one Veda ko pado, kam se kam. So like that. That was the whole idea. त्वमेव कालो निमिषो जनानाम्
त्वमेव कालो निमिषो जनानाम्
आयुर्लवादव्ययैक्षिणोषि
आयुर्लवादि अवयवै क्षिणोषि
कूटस्थ आत्मा परमेष्टजो महाम्
कुटस्थ आत्मा परमेष्टजो महांस्
त्वं जीवलोकस्य च जीव आत्मा
त्वं जीवलोकस्य च जीव आत्मा. O my Lord, your Lordship is eternally awake, seeing everything that happens. As eternal time, you reduce the duration of life for all living entities through your different parts, such as moments, seconds, minutes, and hours. Nonetheless, you are unchanged, resting in one place as the Supersoul, Witness, and Supreme Lord, the birthless, all pervading controller who is the cause of life for all living entities.
So he is telling that Tvameva Kalo Animisho Jananam. You are the unblinking time and you reduce the lifespan of all beings by divisions of time. Here is telling that, but my dear Brahmaji, you are the time. In Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna says, Kalosmi Lokakshaya Krut Pravruddho. Bhagavad Gita, Lord says, I am the time. Here, Hiranyakasipu saying that, Brahmaji, you are the time. And then in the Bhagavatam first canto, Tulsi, Kunti Maharani as well as Bhishma, they both of them say that, Mannetvam Kala Mishanam. I consider you to be the time. It is by your will everything is happening the way it is happening. Both Kunti Maharani says, both and Bhishma Dev says. But here, Hiranyakasipu is saying that, oh, Brahmaji, you are the time. By divisions of time, by telling 1 day, 2 day, 1 month, 2 month, 1 year, 2 years, you are reducing the lifespan of the living entities. You are the unchanging Antaryami. But you are Kutastha Atma. You are making everyone to reduce their lifespan, but your lifespan will never reduce. You are eternal. You are Kutastha. Because he is telling Brahmaji as Kutastha because he wanted to become Kutastha. So you are Kutastha, you can make him Kutastha. That was the intention. You are unborn and great. So make me also eternal. Make me also unborn and great. You are the Jiva of all Jivas. From Jiva Lokasya Jiva Atma. You are the Jiva of all Jivas. So please make me the master of all the Jivas. That was the whole idea. So every word he speaks, it is motivated. It has a deep intention. So with that intention only, he is addressing Brahma with all these wonderful attributes and presenting like that. You are unchanging since you do not undergo transformations. You are the Antaryami. You are the Atma of all the bodies of the Jivas. So like that, these are various things that he is addressing Brahma with, which are actually meant for Lord Vishnu. The previous verse mentioned Atma, Atmavatam, which had the same meaning. Here Antaryami, Antaratma. However, in the previous verse, it specifically refers to Lord of the performers of sacrifice, as the instigator of actions or sacrifice and performer of the actions. This verse refers to the Lord in all persons. In the previous verse, since it was connected to three Vedas and four priests and seven kinds of sacrifices, from that point of view, you are Antaratma, by becoming Antaratma, you are inspiring everyone to perform different yajnas. And now he's telling that you are Antaratma of all the living entities. Because by becoming Antaratma, you are making either all the living entities go through six changes: birth, growth, giving byproducts, staying for some time, dwindling and dying. But you alone remain eternal in an unchangeable state. And you are the Lord of everything that exists. That because you are unchanging, eternal existing, you make me unchanging, eternal existing. That was the intention. So with that intention, he asking all these questions. Then finally he will glorify the Lord, saying that you are everything, you are all, there is nothing beyond you. So that is that he mentions in the next verse. Tatta paramna paramapyanejat.
Tatta,
Yatkam. Can I speak, Prabhuji?
yes,
Yes.
Vyaktam 33rd, 32.
30 seconds, 30 seconds.
Yeah. Twatvam param na param apyaneja.
एजच्च किञ्चित् व्यतिरिक्तमस्ति
एज च किञ्चित् व्यक्तिरेकम् अस्ति.
विद्याकलास्ते तनवश्च सर्वा
विद्या कलास्ते तनवश्च सर्व.
हिरण्यगर्भोऽसि बृहत्त्रिपृष्ठः
अन्यगर्भोऽसि बृहत्त्रिपृष्ठः. Translation: there is nothing separate from you, whether it be better or lower, stationary or moving. The knowledge derived from the Vedic literature like Upanishads and from all the sublimes of the original Vedic knowledge form your external body. You are Hiranyagarbha, the reservoir of the universe, but nonetheless, being situated as the supreme controller, you are transcendental to the material world, which consists of three modes of material nature. Hare Krishna.
no cause or no effect, no non-moving or moving being is separate from you. He's telling that nothing is separate from you. You are everything. Aham sarvasya prabho mattam sarvam pravartate. Something like that. The Vedas and its Angas are all your bodies. You are the person containing the universe in your belly. See, finally, he says that the universe is in your belly. Hiranyagarbha. Hiranya is universe, Garbha means belly. So the entire universe is in your Garbha, in your belly. You are Brahman, Bruhat. You are separate from the three gunas. Three Prushtaha. So like that. So whatever generally we hear about Lord Vishnu in the beginning of our ISKCON days, all those things here Hiranyakashipu using to glorify Brahmaji. You are separate from the cause and effect, from non-moving and moving beings. Vidya means Vedas, Upavedas, source of knowledge, and Kala refers to the Angas of the Vedas. They are your bodies. Actually, here there is a mistake there. You are not separate from the cause and effect, and not separating from non-moving and moving beings. That means you are everything. Everything in this material world is you only, and it is your body limbs manifest in the form of the Vedas, Upavedas, and other knowledge systems. Hiranyagarbha means the form with the universe in his belly. So Hiranya means Hiranyanda, the entire universe. Garbha means in the belly. So you contain the entire universe in your belly. Bruhat refers to Brahman. So Bruhat means you are the absolute Brahman. You are the absolute truth. And you are separate from the three gunas. You are three Prushta. That means you are transcendental to three gunas, which we generally use for Lord Vishnu. So here Hiranyakashipu is using for Brahmaji. like that. Then he further continues, Vyaktam vibosthulamidam shariram
Viktam vibho sthulam idam shariram
enendriya pranamano gunamstam
yenendriya pranamano gunastvam
पुंक्षे स्थितो दामनि पारमेष्टे
Bhukshe sthiyodamni param este
अव्यक्त आत्मा पुरुष पुराण
avyakta atma purusha purana. Translation. O my Lord, being changelessly situated in your own abode, you expand your universal form within this cosmic manifestation, thus appearing to taste the material world. You are Brahman, the super soul, and the oldest, the personality of Godhead.
O Lord, the universe is your gross body by which you enjoy the senses, life airs, mind, and sense objects. But you are still situated in your Swarupa of great power. Thus, you are Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan. Till now, you are telling him as Paramatma and Brahman. Now, he is telling him as Bhagavan. You are everything. The universe is your gross body by which you enjoy the senses, life airs, mind, and sense objects. But you are still situated in your Swarupa of great power. Thus, you are Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan. So, like that. So, whatever we generally speak about Lord Vishnu, Hiranyakashipu is using all those words onto Brahmaji. This universe, at the universal form, is your gross body by which you enjoy the senses, life airs, and mind and sense objects. But situated in your Swarupa of great power, you enjoy without a disappearance of your Swarupa. Like that. So, initially said that this entire universe is your form, but you yourself have a form superior to this universe, that is Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan. Therefore, you are Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan, Avyakta, Atma, and Purusha Purana. So, like that. So, because Brahmaji wanted to, not Brahma, Hiranyakashipu wanted to fulfill his desires, he is flattering Brahma, saying that you are everything, sab kuch aap hai. So, by saying that you are everything, so you can fulfill my desires. Say, this is nothing for you to fulfill my desires. That was the whole idea. And then at the end, as a concluding prayer, he says, अनन्ताव्यक्त रूपेण
अनन्ताव्यक्तरूपेण
येनेदम् अखिलं ततम्
येनेदम् अखिलं ततं
चित् अचित् शक्तियुक्ताया
चित् अचित् शक्तियुक्ताय
तस्मै भगवते नमः.
तस्मै भगवते नमः. Let me offer my respectful obeisances unto the Supreme, who in his unlimited, unmanifested form has expanded the cosmic manifestation, the form of the totality of the universe. He possesses external and internal energies and the mixed energy called the marginal potency, which consists of all the living entities.
I offer respects to you, the powerful Lord, endowed with spiritual and material potencies by which you pervade the whole world with an unlimited and unmanifest form. Then he says that Ananta Avyakta Rupena Yena Idam Akilam Tatam Chit Achit Shakti Yuktaya. You possess material and spiritual potencies, and you pervade both the material and spiritual universes, and you have an unlimited and unmanifest form, Ananta Rupa and Avyakta Rupa. Indirectly explain that you are Ananta, you are Avyakta, and you are everything. You are the Lord of both material and spiritual worlds, uh, and you are endowed with all the material and spiritual potencies, everything. So there is nothing left Nothing left for. You are endowed with both Chit Shakti from your Sarupa and Achi Shakti from Prakriti for performing spiritual and material pastimes. So it is because of you the material worlds are created and maintained and annihilated. It is because of you the spiritual worlds are existing. It is you are unlimited Ananta. You are Avyakta. You are formless, this, that. So everything is glorifying Lord Brahma so that his desires can be fulfilled by flattering Brahma. That's what he thought. But Brahma does not get influenced by his flattery words. Any questions till now? Till now, all the prayers of Hiranyakashipu are over. Now, next 3 verses, he will ask for benedictions. His benedictions are so tricky benedictions. Yes?
Hare
Any?
Krishna, Prabhuji.
Mataji.
Prabhuji, like here, Hiranyakashipu is glorifying Brahmaji as if it is means in general for the devotee. If we hear it hears like glorification of the Lord. So is it that Hiranyakashipu is really feeling all that glorification applies to Brahmaji, or just because he wanted to get his work done from him, he wants to get boon from him? That is why he is sometimes somebody falsely glorifies, so he's doing like that.
Yeah, to some extent, Hiranyakashipu is trying to allure Brahmaji by making Brahma the topmost person in the entire universe.
Okay.
The reason we'll understand in the upcoming one of the 2 verses. We'll try to understand that why, what is the reason for that, because that is as per his understanding. That is what he understood.
uh,
So he's saying like that.
Hare Krishna.
so that
Ah.
means Prabhuji, he feels that all these things doesn't apply to Vishnu. Like he's not aware that actually all this what glorification I'm doing is belongs to Vishnu.
No,
He is
no,
not.
he's a cunning fellow. Even he might have heard others saying that Vishnu is like this, but he would not accept, na, because he already had negative feelings, ill feelings towards Vishnu. How can he accept that? If somebody whom you don't like, somebody else says that is a great person, it is very difficult for our ego to accept that.
Okay, that means he knows,
And
but he doesn't want to accept because of envy, and then he wants to imply that on the Brahmaji because he wants
mm,
to get his work done. Okay.
yes, yes, yes.
Okay, thank you, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji.
Prabhuji, Brahma must have understood, no, that he's flattering.
Brahma knows from the very beginning only. He knows everything.
Then
Brahma's
he
point also
doesn't.
no, okay, जितना flatter करना flatter करो जो, no problem. See, Brahmaji's point is that इनको इधर ही रोकने का. If he continues to perform more tapasya, that more tapasya will deserve more blessings.
Okay, so because of that, he doesn't say
Ah,
anything.
he will listen simply and he will say, okay, आपको क्या चाहिए मैं देता हूँ, पर तपस्या बंद कर दो.
Okay,
It's like that.
okay. I was wondering why he doesn't correct Hiranyakashipu
No,
there.
no. Even if you correct also, you will not correct, na.
Hmm.
He already made up his mind. He cannot change.
Okay.
Ah, he is not humbly submitting. He is flattering. A flattering person, whatever we say, will not listen. So he is only focused on fulfilling his desires. If
Yes.
that is not going to happen, he will not listen whatever you say.
Yes. Thank you.
So in that way. So now the point comes. So Brahmaji is saying, so my dear son, enough of glorification. Please accept a boon. Abhi, I have come here to bless you. You don't have to glorify me all these things. It's okay, it's okay. Don't worry, don't worry. I don't have to speak all these things. What do you want to tell me? I am here to fulfill the desire and I'll go back. So in one sense, as you are asking that why did he not correct? So instead of correcting him, he told, okay, enough is enough. बहुत हो गया अभी रोक दो. अभी आपको क्या चाहिए पूछो. I am ready to give you. You don't have to flatter me. Tell me something like that. So then Hiranyakashipu thought, if I ask to be immortal, it will be impossible to fulfill, since Brahma will say that he also will die at the end of Mahakalpa. See, now you see, till now you was telling that you are Anadi, Ananta, you are eternal, Kutastha, all these things he told. And now within his mind is thinking that if I ask that, my dear sir, my dear Lord, please bless me become immortal, then Brahmaji will say that I myself is not immortal. So this is the point I was telling. He knows Brahmaji is not immortal. Brahmaji also has a fixed lifespan. He knows that. But still he was addressing Brahma as immortal, eternal, Brahman, Paramatma, Bhagavan, and everything, Kutasa, this, that, Anadi, Aveya, Bijam, so many attributes with he was addressing. He says that if I ask to be immortal, it will be impossible to fulfill, since Brahma will say that he will also die at the end of Mahakalpa. Mahakalpa means 100 years of Brahma. Kalpa is one day, Mahakalpa is one lifespan of Brahma. Thus, Brahmaji will refuse my request to become immortal. Therefore, by my intelligence, I will ask for a boon that will result in me being immortal. If I directly ask Brahmaji that please make me immortal, Brahmaji will say, I myself will die one day, how can I make you immortal? So instead of that, I will ask benediction such a logical way, I will never die. I will become immortal, directly or indirectly. So something like that. So 1 second, just wait a minute.
Hare Krishna.
1 second, sorry.
Hare Krishna.
One call has come, just I am attending. Okay, thank you. So now Hiranyakashipu is going to utilize his intelligence and ask a benediction such a way that he will end up becoming immortal. He is trying to find out all the loopholes, and he want to ask a benediction such a way that no one will ever kill me. I will never die. As a result of that, I will remain immortal. That was his idea. So let us see how his intelligence will work and what was the thought process that was going on behind speaking these words. Let us try to understand. Yadi dasyasi abhimatan. Hare Krishna, someone repeat.
Yadi
Yeah,
dasyasi abhimatam
Varan me varadottama.
varan me varadottamam
Bhutebhya swadvishrubhye vishrushtebhyo.
bhutebhyastvad visrishtebhyo
मृत्युर्मा भून् मम प्रभो.
mrityurma bhun mama prabho. O my Lord, best of the givers of benediction, if you will kindly grant me the benediction I desire, please let me not meet death from any of the living entities created by you.
Oh my Lord, oh best of the givers of benedictions. Generally we say Lord Vishnu as Varadaraj, Varadarshaba, best of the givers of benedictions. Here Hiranyakashipu is saying Brahmadi as Varadottama. So you are the best of givers of benedictions. So like that. If you will kindly grant me the benediction that I desire, then please let me not die from any of the living entities created by you. Bhutebhyastvad vishrupshtebhyo mrityurmabun mama prabho. He is telling that, my dear Brahmaji, if at all you are kindly agreed to bless me, kindly bless me that I will not die by anybody created by you. So why he is asking that? Let me not die from all beings created by Brahma. Who else is there? According to Hiranyakashipu, every living entity that is there in this material world is a creation of Brahmaji. So now, some of us might thought that, oh, who all come under the creations of Brahma? So now he is thinking is that so he says that death should happen naturally. Somebody may say that death should come naturally. So everyone will take birth and live for 100 years and die. So समय के अनुसार मृत्यु आएगा. If somebody says that, okay, if all places and times are excluded for death, then natural death will be excluded. So what do you mean by natural death? इनका 100 साल हो गए, अभी कितना जिएंगे, अभी मृत्यु तो होना चाहिए. Somebody will say that. So इनका लाइफ स्पैन कंप्लीट हो गया, dead. So then Hiranyakashipu thought that the time should have no influence upon me. And so somebody may say that no, not like that. The time will have influence upon different people at different places and different way. In earth, people lifespan is 100 years. In Swargaloka, their lifespan is longer. Abhi, if you go to Maharloka, Janaloka, his lifespan is much longer. So the places will extend one's lifespan more and more and more. So like that one may think. So Hiranyakashipu says that neither the time nor the place should affect my lifespan. So he wanted to exclude those conditions. So death will not happen naturally. That point he will explain, he'll extend it in the next verse. But here he says that why he is telling that please let me not die from any of the living entities created by you. So in that context he says that the forms of Lord Vishnu such as Varaha are all created by Brahma. He says that all the avatars that are appearing in this material world are all creations of Brahma. Why the name of Brahma Varaha is used? Because Varaha appeared from the nostril of Brahma. So it is a Brahma's creation. It may be an avatara, but it is created by Brahma. So that's why he says that all the avatara that are going to appear in this material world are all creations of Brahma. So I should not die by the creations of Brahma. So no avatars will kill me. So in that way. So somebody may say that Lord Vishnu can kill you. Then he says that Lord Vishnu is without form. How can a formless person kill a person with form? It is not possible. So till now, he was telling Brahma to be Paramatma, Brahma to be Antaratma, and now indirectly, while and Brahma to be Brahman, Bhagavan, Avyakta, and all this Bruhat, etc. When he addressing to Brahma. But now he also is accepting in one sense. So Vishnu is formless, Vishnu is Brahman, something like that. If Vishnu without form throws his chakra or other weapon, my boon will be useless. So this is my worry. The next worry is that so somebody may say that okay, according to you, Vishnu may be formless, but Vishnu holds Shankha Chakra Gada Padma. So he can throw his Gada, or he can throw his Shankha, or he can throw his Chakra. Then he would speak in the next verse that no weapon should kill me. Yeah, Vishnu had some weapon, those weapons should not kill me. So this is worry. Thus, let me not be destroyed by any weapon or anything else. So with that intention, he will say in the next verse that let me not be killed by any living entity created by Brahma, and let me not be killed by any weapon, living or dead. Living weapon or dead weapon. So like that. That he will ask in the next verse. So in the next verse, he will talk about the places, time, and weapons, and also about some living entities, etc. Will come in the future verses.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Ah,
Prabhuji, sorry, there is some confusion. Means I didn't understand what you explained about. Means Hiranyakashipu thinks that Lord Vishnu is formless.
yes.
And then what he thinks that Varaha was whose form then?
No, Varaha is a form created by Brahma. Varaha is like one
Achha,
among us. Just like we are all created by Brahma, Varaha is also created by Brahma.
okay,
Because
so
Varaha
he
appeared from
feels
the nostril of Brahma.
okay. That is why he is thinking that Vara incarnation is created by Brahma like that.
Ah, that's why. So somehow my brother was killed by Varaha, but I should not be killed by Varaha. Forms like Varaha, who are Brahma's creations. That's why he said, first of all, I should not be killed by anybody created by you.
That means Prabhuji, like at one place he is thinking that Vishnu is formless, But at other place, he's also accepting that he was created by
No, no,
Brahma.
no, no, no. Kindly understand. Vishnu is formless. The avatars which have forms are creations of Brahma. See, for example, we as Atma is formless, but we have been given a form by Brahma. That
Okay.
means, anyway, the formless person cannot harm me. And if a person gets a form by Brahma, I have already put a condition. Anybody attained a form by Brahma should not kill me.
Okay, that means Hiranyakashipu's concept is whenever Vishnu accepts any incarnation, any form, it is through Brahma. And if I put a condition that any form created by Brahma should not kill me, that means all these incarnations of Vishnu also will be excluded from that. Like that.
Simple. Just like Atma is formless, Vishnu is formless. Just like we are accepting these bodies one after the other. So that Vishnu's Atma is also accepting bodies one after the other. But the bodies are created by Brahma. That's why he is a creation of Brahma. He should not be able to kill me.
Okay.
And the
Quite.
same kind of desire also expressed by one more devotee. There is a one more person. His name is Tarakasura. Tarakasura also asked Lord Brahma a benediction saying that I should not be killed by anybody created by you. Anybody created by Brahma. So that time he was troubling all the devatas a lot. So Parvati, Mother Parvati created Ganeshji. Ganeshji, the first living entity who has not been created by Brahma. Yeah, the Ganeshji has nothing to do with Brahma. Mother Parvati created Ganesh, not using any element that has been appeared through Brahma. That's why Ganeshji could kill Tarakasura because the condition is fulfilled.
Okay. Okay. So Hiranyakashipu's means concepts are quite weird, but to understand, like
Weird in the sense it is normal. Even in India, all over we see same thing. Every Mayavadi follower they say that absolute truth is formless. All the avatars are nothing but the manifestations of three modes of material nature. It is not something new. You never heard?
No, this I have not heard that avatars are
Ah,
created by three modes like that.
yes. Avatars are the manifestation of goodness. Living entities are manifestation of passion. The universe is a manifestation of ignorance.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Praji.
Okay,
Hare
let us
Krishna
see
Guruji.
the. Yes, Mataji. No, I think
Prabhuji,
you people please wait. Let us see all the three verses together. We have complete information because we are in the middle. So we'll take all the questions together. Because what I told in the previous notes as part of the next verse. Let us see the whole picture and we'll understand what is the mindset of Hiranyakashipu.
okay.
So, Nantar Bahir Divanaktam
नान्तिर्बहिर्दिव्नाक्तम्
Anyasmadapi Chayudai
अन्नस्मादपि चायुधे
Na Bhumau Nambare Mrutyur
न भूमे न भरं मृत्यो
Nanantair Mrugerapi. Sorry,
न
Nanarer Mrugerapi.
न नरे न मृग्यैरपि. Translation. Grant me that I not die I may not die within any residence or outside any residence, during the daytime or at night, nor on the ground or in the sky. Grant me that my death not be brought by any being other than those created by you, nor by any weapon, nor by any human being or animal.
See, very nicely mentioned here. Grant me that I not die within any residence or outside any residence. घर के अंदर नहीं, घर के बाहर नहीं. So inside home and outside home, it is about the place. So I do not get any place. My death means any place means what do you mean by any place? nor inside the home, nor outside the home. And then, with respect to time, neither during the daytime nor during the night time. He wanted to get immunity from influence of the place and time. In relation to place, not inside, not outside. In relation to time, not during daytime, not during night time. And then, in relation to Lord Vishnu, who is formless, but still, though he, since he possesses Shankachakra Gada Padma, he can throw his weapons Gada or Chakra. So now he talks about the immunity from weapons. Not by any weapon or something other than a weapon. Neither by a weapon nor by something other than the weapon. Like Lord Krishna says in the, we study in the Mahabharata, I will not lift a weapon. But in the battlefield 2 times to charge against Bhishma, he lifted the chariot wheel. So chariot wheel is not a weapon in one sense. But he lifted it. But chariot wheel can be used to kill a person. Though it is not weapon, it can be used to kill a person. So like that. So that kind of condition, somebody may say that I have not used any weapon, sword or arrow and all. I've used some ordinary material. So he thinking that he says that I should not be killed by any weapon or any other object which is not considered to be a weapon. And finally he says that nor on the ground nor in the sky. I should not die in the ground, on the surface of the ground or in the sky. That is the deeper meaning. We will see what it is in the notes. And then nor by man or animal. Here man means not just human beings, all those higher beings who have Narakriti. All those lower beings are Mrugas, all those higher beings are Naras. Higher beings means the human beings, Gandharvas, Kinnaras, Kimpurushas, Yakshas, and all the Devatas, Rishis, none of them should kill me. And the Mrugas means all the lower species, aquatics, birds, beasts, etc., etc., etc. So in that way, no living entity should be able to kill me. So like that. Though the words inside and outside cover all places, Lord Vishnu could think of some particular loophole related to them, their meaning. Thus, particular places must also be excluded. So when Hiranyakashipu said that inside outside, so what do you mean by inside and outside? Lord Vishnu might find a loophole. For that to cancel that loophole, he says that not on the earth, na bhumau. That means not on the earth means it refers to the 7 lower planet system down to Patala. Bhuloka, and then Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Talatala, Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Talatala, Mahatala, Rasatala, and Patala. In any of these lokas, I should not get death. That means I should not die any of these lokas. Then, not in the sky refers to the upper planets. Loka, Swargaloka, Maharloka, Janaloka, Tapaloka, Satyaloka. Neither in the lower planet system nor in the upper planet systems, I should not die. So he wanted to get immunity with respect to the places. I should not die no place in this world. So in that way. And then he says that fearing other beings like Daksha, he then says that all men should be excluded as well. Here men means not only just human beings, every living entity that is in the shape of the human being. All the superhuman beings and the great devatas and rishis, they are all like human being only. Their physical appearance is same in one sense. So none of those human being like beings and none of the animals should be able to kill me. Na narai, na mrugair. So like that. All immunity from all the different variety of living entities. Because it is impossible to mention all the species of living entity, he recites these verses. So it is very difficult to mention each and every living entity. So generally said, na narai, na mrugair means all the superhuman beings, all the lesser beings. But in that also, he will mention few of the important categories. So with that, he will try to conclude his blessings. Vyasubir vasum Vyasubir vasumavir va
Vyasubhir Vasumadbhir Va
sura sura mahoragair
Prasura Mahorarai
अप्रतिद्वन्द्वा द्वन्द्वतां युद्धे
अप्रतिद्वन्द्वतां युद्धे
ऐकपत्यं च देहिनां
एकपत्यं च देहिनां
सर्वेषां लोकपालानां
सर्वेषां लोकपालानां
महिमानं यतात्मना
महिमानं यथात्मनः
तपोयोगप्रभावानां
तपोयोगप्रभावाणां
यन्नरिष्यति कर्हि चेत्
तन्नरिष्यति कर्हि चेत्. Translation: Grant me that I not meet death from any entity living or non-living. Grant me further that I not be killed by any demigod or demon or by any great snake from the lower planets. Since no one can kill you in the battlefield, you have no competitor. Therefore, grant me the benediction that I too may have no rival. Give me sole lordship over all living entities and presiding deities, and give me all the glories obtained by that position. Furthermore, give me all the mystic powers attained by long austerities, and the practice of yoga, for this cannot be lost at any time. Hare Krishna. सब कुछ मान लिया.
let me not die by non-living things or living beings. So here the understanding is Vyasubi means by things without life. Asumabi means asu. Asu means the breathing. By forms with life here. Thus I cannot be killed by objects of any sort or people of any sort. Anyway, previous verse he already told. Na narair, na mrugair. All the higher beings and all the lower beings I should not get killed. So somebody may say that okay, rare means only human beings. How can you say including all the other higher beings? Okay, no problem. I'll say that every entity that is with life symptoms and every object that is without life symptoms. Neither anything by living, anything by non-living. I should not die. And then he says that nor my death by devatas. So you are telling that Narair means does not include the devatas? So include now. Nor by the devatas, nor by the demons, nor by the snakes. So everything. Let me not be defeated in battle and have great lordship over all beings and all the protectors of planets. Let me have powers of austerity and yoga just as you have, whose potency will never be destroyed. He says that, my dear Brahma, let me not have any opponent. That means I should be the sole ruler of the entire universe. And let me have all the powers that you have. Instead of asking that, my dear Brahma, you step aside, I want to sit on your throne. He says that whatever you possess, whatever opulence, mystic perfections, all the opulences you possess, you give me everything. I should also have everything that you have. Instead of saying that you get aside, I want to sit on your throne, he says that whatever you have, I should have. I should be like a second Brahma, something like that. So these are the various blessings that Hiranyakashipu asked. All these are mentioned in the Bhagavatam. And Vishnu Purana mentions one more additional blessing. What is that? According to Vishnu Purana, Hiranyakashipu had put one more condition that his death should be successful only when all of his followers are also killed at once. So even if somebody finds a loophole among all these things, if somebody becomes successful to kill me, but my death becomes successful, only the same person should kill my all followers at one go, not like one after the other. I am one person, somebody may kill me at once, but I have crores of followers. The same person should be able to kill all my crores of followers at one instant, not that one after the other. A powerful person who can kill me can kill my followers also one after the other, but I don't want that. I want that person who can kill me should kill all my followers at one go. If he cannot, I should become alive again. This is another condition. So by all means, I should not get killed by anyone or by anything. That was his whole understanding. Thinking that he could not die, he then asked for another boon. Let me have no rival in the battle and supremacy over all beings. Just as you have yata atmanaha, just as you have power, give me the same power which is attained by austerity and power of yoga that cannot be destroyed. So your power cannot be destroyed. I want to have the same powers. Indirectly, it's telling that I want to be the second Brahma. So like that. So these are the various blessings that are prayed for by Hiranyakashipu. Hare Krishna. Any questions?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Aman.
Prabhuji, and there are two things. One is we discuss about Hiranyakashipu asked that I should not be killed by any living or non-living things, and weapon or non-weapon, like that
Mm,
he said, na.
mm, mm,
So, like when Lord killed him by his nails,
mm,
yes, I know that nail is not considered as living also and non-living also.
mm.
But means does it does come under the non-weapon thing, na? Because nails we don't consider it as weapon. So, like how the that condition is fulfilled, then I was little confused.
Okay. But who will use nails for killing somebody? Any historical example till then? I don't think say any such
No,
example was there.
I don't know because a kuch example is there
See, for
where
for any
also,
person, nail is like any ordinary thing. Even in our
yeah.
any case also, anyone can use the nails to kill somebody else. No, at max they can cause some prick only, not more than not to the extent of killing somebody by nails. So
That's what I'm saying.
According to Hiranyakashipu, the nails are like powerless. Even though it is lifeless, even though it is with life or with lifeless, but it is powerless.
Okay, so nails we don't because there was one clause na in that in his boon
Uh,
what we was asking that it should there should not be any weapon or any non-weapon which will
ah,
kill me. So nails is not considered as non-weapon also. That's what I'm asking.
at the same time, it is not weapon also. It is kind
Huh,
of
it is not
insignificant.
weapon.
So that's what
Okay, it is not
it is
even
it,
not
in
non-weapon.
one sense it is a loophole in Hiranyakashipu's blessing. So you can see like
Okay,
that. So here the nail does not be part of anything. So even it is not a non-weapon also. Not a non-weapon, something which is not a weapon but which can be used to kill somebody. Like I gave the example of the chariot wheel. Chariot wheel is not a weapon, but it can be used to kill somebody. With chariot wheel, if you hit somebody, can be killed.
but wheel we don't consider it as weapon, no? So it comes under the category of non-weapon, right?
That's
Na,
why the among the list of things that Hiranyakashipu asked, I should not be killed by non-weapon also.
so nails doesn't come under non-weapon.
Nails are neither weapon nor non-weapon. Because nails,
O-
even for an ordinary conditioning, also nails are like insignificant part of our body. It is harmless in one sense. But yeah, somebody if you have lot bigger nails, he can prick. But not
o-
so big harm, na. The pricking is okay. That is not a big thing. But you cannot
Okay,
cut the hand or cut the throat or kill somebody. That cannot be possible with the nails.
right. Okay,
Mm.
Prabhuji.
It is
And
not a harmful non-weapon.
okay,
It is a
means it
non-weapon,
is
but
such
not
a
a harmful non-weapon.
non-significant, yes,
Uh,
non-significant entity that it is
uh,
not even
mm,
coming under the category of non-weapon, like that
mm.
you're saying.
Yes, yes.
Okay. And the thing, Prabhuji, like here, what he is asking, I means almost he's asking the position of Brahma itself by
Uh,
asking all the powers what Brahma has. So
mm,
I was just thinking, like for those supreme entities who are higher beings, and they are, carrying out Lord's order by of maintaining things. If somebody asks them like this, are they entitled to give them? Means like, okay, Hiranyakashipu has done certain austerities. for pleasing Brahma. Okay, Brahma is pleased or not pleased, but to stop his austerity, he has to come
No,
and
this
enter.
point we discussed many times. Tapasya is a process. When somebody performs tapasya, whatever may be one's intention, good or bad, because one has done tapasya, one is entitled to get the results. That's why when asuras perform forceful tapasya, they are entitled to get the results. That's why the Lord Brahma or Lord Shiva many times they are forced to give the benedictions because they have done they performed tapasya, so they deserve the benediction.
Okay, so means whatever they ask, these entities they are supposed to give because they have done austerities like that.
Yeah, if they have done that much tapasya, so they need to be given whatever they ask.
Okay, then why don't like means at other times we have seen Indra, stopping somebody's austerities or creating disturbances like Prithu
See,
Maharaj's.
one point of view, it appears that Indra is creating disturbances when somebody performs tapasya, but it has multiple facets. One facet is Indra is trying to test them. Are they really having a genuine reason? If somebody is having a ingenuine reason, Indra tries to dissuade them.
Okay.
So one point it is testing, other point of view it is to dissuade them from. If somebody is doing some tapasya with ill motive, it will create a big problem to the entire universe. So Indra in advance, he tries to check them by sending apsaras and all. So
Yeah,
that if they are
that's what I'm
genuine, they will.
saying to
If
it.
they are
Like here,
genuine in their motive, they will not be disturbed by all these personalities. Like Naranara and Rishis are also performing tapasya. When Indra sent apsaras, Naranara and Rishis did not get disturbed. Even 12th canto, we see that what is his name? Markandeya Rishi was also performing tapasya. Indra sent apsaras. So Markandeya Rishi said, "My dear Atithis, please come and accept my dinner, accept my welcome." So he was also not get disturbed. So the person who is not selfish motivated will never be disturbed by such kind of things. If somebody has some selfish motive, they generally get tempted by all these allurements.
yeah, that's what means. I was feeling that everybody means all the demigods were aware that Hiranyakashipu's motives are not very clear
Mm,
and same motives.
yes.
But still, nobody even stopped his austerities in the middle, and he continued to.
But
So
one thing you understand, at least if not Devatas, Brahma knows. Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyaksha are non-different from Jaya and Vijaya. In the third canto, it tells all the Devatas. When Hiranyaksha were in the womb of Diti, the entire universe is becoming dark. That time they approached the Brahma. They told Brahma, "My dear sir, please, देखो अभी क्या हो रहा है." So Brahma told, "See, this is beyond our subject matter. Is our Lord Vishnu's desire. It is happening. So it is Lord Vishnu only will kill them. Till then we have to be patient." So now Hiranyakashipu wants some blessings. Anyway, Lord Vishnu already promised that I will kill you 3 times. So whether you ask some bigger benediction or a smaller benediction, whatever it is, Lord Vishnu already is going to kill you some point of time. So he will kill. Whether I give you blessings or I don't give you blessings, anyway Lord Vishnu going to kill you. वो
yes,
तो होने वाला ही है.
understood.
So Brahma
That
ji
will
knows.
enhance.
Uh,
That will enhance the beauty of the pastimes. That after
mm,
giving so many wounds, also how Lord kills him. Yeah,
mm.
very nice. Wonderful.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Any other devotees have any question?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes, Mother.
Prabhuji, you mentioned that Ganesh was formed by Parvati without
Ah,
using any elements.
mm.
So he had a spiritual body completely like Krishna.
Not exactly. I mean, in one sense, he is also a wonderful personality. So I mean to say that anything that has been created by Brahma is not used by Mother Parvati to create Ganesh. So Ganeshji's appearance is entirely made by Mother Parvati in that sense.
Okay.
Lord Brahma used the same 24 elements to manifest all of us. In one
Hmm.
sense, Ganeshji's body is not made with that 24 elements.
Okay. So that doesn't necessarily mean that it was made like Krishna's. It was like Krishna's body is totally spiritual.
See, in one sense, every Atma has spiritual form that is as good in the sense as similar as the Supreme Lords. Sachidanand Swarupa is same as Lord's form. Lord is Vibhu and Jiva is Anu. The external covering is a material covering. So in that material covering is not the material covering that is made by Brahma. Not like that made by Brahma. It is a different manifestation. Just like Lord Shiva is neither Vishnu Tattva nor Jiva Tattva. Okay. Ganesh is also somewhat like that. Is neither Vishnu Tattva nor Jiva Tattva.
Okay.
So like that we have to understand.
Because he's the son of Lord Shiva, he was made like that.
Even not even is not even from the point of view, not even like son of Lord Shiva. Since he is Lord Shiva's wife Parvati, so in that way we can say, but Mother Parvati herself manifests in the form of Ganeshji. Eventually became he is considered to be son of Lord Shiva, but he was not born
from Shiva
as Kumaraswamy was born.
Okay. Okay.
So like that. Because the similar
Hare Krishna,
condition.
Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji.
Sorry. Completing a statement, then
The same thing, the same condition. Hiranyakasipu said, I should not be killed by anybody manifested, anybody created by you, Brahma. That Asura also asked same thing. I should not be killed by anybody created by you. So no problem. आपका ब्रह्मा का नहीं हो तो कोई और है ना क्रिएट करने के लिए. So in that way. That's
Prabhuji,
why
my question was, you were saying something. Yeah.
That's why Lord Narasimhadev did not come from any father, any parents. Like Varaha came from the nostril of Brahma. तो अभी बोल सकते हैं ब्रह्मा का nostril से है, ब्रह्मा का क्रिएशन है. किसी और माता पिता के गर्भ से आएगा तो उनका बेटा बोल सकते हैं. But he directly came from pillar. Pillar means dead stone. But dead stone किसका जन्म कैसे दे सकते हैं? So like that. I am not the creation of anybody. So to proclaim that, Lord came from the dead stone pillar.
You mentioned the condition from Vishnu Puran that he said, Hiranyakashipu said that with me all my followers should be killed. I'm not sure the pastime of killing Hiranyakashipu also mentions killing of other people at the same time. Is it like that?
When their master was killed, all the followers they attacked Lord Narasimha. So Lord Narasimha assumed Ananta Sahasra Shirsha Purusha form, like unlimited hands manifested. With one hand he killed one Asura. At one go, all the Asuras were killed.
Oh, is it?
That is mentioned in the Vishnu Purana, not in the Bhagavatam. Immediately in the next instant only, he manifests all the unlimited hands and unlimited mouths, and he kills all the followers who came to attack Narasimha.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that is
because from Bhagavatam or in general, we have heard this only, na, that he was taken, Hiranyakashipu was taken on the lap by Narasimha and then he was torn apart. I'm not sure. I mean, I had
that
never
is there.
heard.
After Bhagavatam is a kind of summary book, summary study. Bhagavatam is a summary of all the 18 Puranas. All the Puranas, Ramayana, Mahabharata gives details, and Bhagavatam we get only quick summary. So here we may not be able to keep every detail. That way we have to understand.
Okay. And also, Prabhuji, this could be slightly off tangent, but it seems that when Prahlad comes to pacify Hiranyakashipu and Narasimha Bhagwan, and then he kinds of, pats Prahlad. That time, this is what I had heard, that's when the Lord felt that I need to also have these feelings, Vatsalya Bhav, and then he comes as Balkrishna or something like that. Is it true?
That I don't know. That could be some Sthala Purana.
Yeah, because I've heard this and I was like wondering that Krishna being origin, he comes every time whenever he wishes to. Is this, what is the connection? Anyway, let's see.
See,
Yeah,
for a
thank you.
devotee, whether the Lord is in a pleasing form or fearful form, the devotee will not be disturbed. The Asura gets disturbed. Devotee will be always, whichever form Lord accepts, he will be completely mesmerized by the Lord's wonderful form.
Yeah, actually.
We are in now Mayapur. Lord's form is Ugra Narasimha. In one sense, Ugra Narasimha नाम सुन के डर सकते हैं एक आदमी. But all the devotees are pleasingly looking at darshan. They are competition to have darshan of the Lord during darshan arati, mangal arati.
Yeah.
Small,
Yeah.
small entrance and people are standing in one queue long and so that I mean, if it is ugra fearful form, who would like to see? But devotees want to see. That means
Yeah.
even though the fearful form of the Lord is pleasing to the devotees, even the pleasing
Yeah.
form of Lord is fearful to the demons.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we have to understand. So it is like that.
True. Okay. Thank you.
So,
Hare
okay, thank you very much. We'll stop here. So we will continue our class a little later. Next week, I will be traveling back to Monday. I will not be taking class. The week after that, we'll continue from the chapter 4 onwards.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna,
Mataji.
Prabhuji, one
Ah,
small thing, last thing, like you mentioned that Ganesh ji is not even Shiva Tattva, he's not even Jiva Tattva.
no, I
Uh,
said not even Vishnu Tattva, not even Jiva Tattva. Just like Lord Shiva is a Shambhu Tattva, like Ganesh ji is also somewhat similar category of Shambhu Tattva.
oh, he is also category of Shambhu Tattva.
Not
Okay.
exactly, we cannot
Means,
say like that, but somewhat like that.
okay, means although he is not actually directly created from Shivji, but still he is a some sort of Shambhu Tattva, like that.
Hmm.
Okay. Okay, because I was wondering how
Prabhuji,
many types of tattvas are there. Okay, thank you, Prabhuji.
Prabhuji,
Yes, yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. One last
Yes,
question, please.
yes, Mataji.
Prabhuji, what an irony it must be for Hiranyakashipu to do tapasya and to offer prayers for Brahma ji. मतलब ब्रह्मा जी के नौस्ट्रिल से वरादेव उत्पन्न हुए, उन्होंने उनके भाई को मारा,
Hmm.
तो मतलब असुर होते हुए भी उन्होंने कैसे तपस्या की, उनके लिए
See,
प्रेयर्स कैसे ऑफर किए?
kindly remember 17th chapter. Tapasya is a process. Anybody can practice. That's why 17th chapter talks about tapasya in the mode of goodness, tapasya in the mode of passion, tapasya in the mode of ignorance. That means tapasya is a process. So that that process followed by the people in the mode of goodness, that process followed by the people in the mode of passion, that process followed by the people in the mode of ignorance. It is a process, but different people follow it according to their current level of consciousness. Even bhakti is also a process. When bhakti followed by the people in the mode of goodness, their intentions are different. Bhakti followed by the people in the mode of passion, their intentions are different. Bhakti followed by the people in the mode of ignorance, their intention is different. Intentions will change. The process is there. They kind of adopt according to their nature, suitable to their nature, and then follow to fulfill their ulterior motives or desires. Like that.
But Prabhuji, Brahma ji performed austerities and Hiranyakashipu also performed austerities.
Ah.
So there is a difference, right? So
Brahmaji's
there is
tapasya is sattva-guni. See, Brahmaji's tapasya is sattva-guni tapasya. Hiranyakashipu's tapasya is tamoguni or rajoguni tapasya.
Mhm. Okay,
So like that.
but the Lord has to give benedictions to everybody, everyone. Be it
Ah,
a Sattva-guni or
see,
Rajoguni or Tamoguni.
the benedictions will be also our rewarded because if one process follow the process, the things will come, results will come.
Okay.
Hmm. But what kind of
Thank
results will come? According to the desire of the person, according to the mentality of the person. I am following the process and somebody else also following the process. But at the end, I say that I want this, and somebody else will say that I want this. Because they are following the process, they deserve to get the result. And what result they will get, it is according to it depends upon their mentality and their desire. Like that.
Okay. Thank you, Prabhu.
Okay, Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. We'll stop here. I have some other things to do. Okay. ग्रंथरा श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, श्री प्रभुपाद की जय, अनंत कोटि वैष्णव भक्तवृंद की जय. हरे कृष्ण.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare Krishna.